There's a saying going around comparing LeBron James and Michael Jordan, and I think it explains exactly why LeBron is nowhere near Jordan's status in the game. Let's talk about that saying and explain why it's exactly on point, while at the same time debunk all the weak arguments young fans making against MJ. But first, please like this video and subscribe to my channel for many more videos like this. It takes a lot of time to edit, research, and write scripts for these videos, so please be kind enough and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, yet will help me a ton. Now let's get back to the topic. Okay, so the saying I'm talking about was mentioned by Chauncey Billups and goes like this. My thing is, Jordan kept so many Hall of Famers from getting rings, from Ewing to Barkley to Malone. Nobody ate when MJ played a full season. Everybody got rings on LeBron's watch. That's the difference. This saying has been turned into a meme and posted and reposted in countless NBA forums and such by MJ fans. It has been discussed on ESPN and countless other sports shows and podcasts. LeBron fans have been very quick with replies, but unfortunately most of them don't make any sense and are just desperately trying to take apart every little bit of the argument Chauncey is making. The problem is, they are literally looking for the smallest things they can possibly critique, but fail miserably. Don't get me wrong, first of all, LeBron is a great player. I think he's in the top 5 all time, arguably, but GOAT? No way in my view. The argument states that once MJ won a championship and played a full season, no one else was able to win. That statement is 100% true. Jordan's first title came in 1991 when he played against Magic Johnson's Lakers. Many argue that those Lakers were simply getting old by then, but these are the facts. The average age for that Laker team was 28. Magic Johnson was at the top of his career with averages of 19.4 points, 12.5 assists, and 7 rebounds. Remember, the game was much slower then also. Lakers were 5th in defense in the league and 5th on offense. Top NBA team, no question. The second title was won by Jordan and the Bulls against the Portland Trail Blazers. They were 3rd in the NBA on defense and 7th on offense. They had Clyde Drexler, who because of Michael had to wait until he got to the Rockets and MJ was out of the league, to win a title with Hakeem Olajuwon, one of the best NBA centers ever. Clyde was 29 years old, averaged 25 points per game, 6.7 assists per game, 6.6 rebounds, and 1.8 steals. He was a beast at the time and compared to MJ as an equal. MJ took it upon himself to show the world why Drexler was not even close. Third title against the Suns in a prime Charles Barkley came in 1993 as Michael completed his first three-peat. Never accomplished by James, by the way. Even Kobe got one under his belt. Suns were 1st on offense in the NBA and 8th in defense. Another superstar that MJ prevented from getting a title. Barkley would be a beast in this era of basketball with his attitude, all-around skill set, and determination. His 4th title came against the Seattle Supersonics in 1996. The Sonics were 2nd in the NBA on defense and 7th on offense that year. They went against the Bulls with 2 superstars in Shawn Kemp, 19.6 points, 11 rebounds, 1.2 steals, and 1.6 blocks per game, and Gary Payton, who was Defensive Player of the Year that season and averaged 19.3 points, 7.5 assists, and 2.9 steals. The Bulls were a monster team that year, yet Sonics managed to win 2 games in those finals. Next, the 5th and 6th title were won against the Utah Jazz, against one of the best duos in the NBA, I think, ever, with Malone and Stockton. The Jazz were 2nd on offense in 1996-97 and 10th on defense. Malone averaged 27.4 points, 9 rebounds, and 4.5 assists as a power forward. Stockton 14 points, 10.5 assists, and 2 steals. In 97-98, Malone averaged 27 points, 10.3 rebounds, 3.9 assists. Stockton had 12 points, 8.5 assists, with 1.4 steals. During his championship seasons, MJ prevented Barkley, Drexler, one after MJ left with Olajuwon, Ewing, Reggie Miller, Mark Price, Gary Payton, Shawn Kemp, Karl Malone, Stockton, Alonzo Mourning, Tim Hardaway, and countless other stars from grabbing a title ever. Except for Drexler, who got lucky with joining Olajuwon, Barkley tried to join right after, but Olajuwon was older and Barkley as well, and it was too late. The arguments made by some young fans who, in my view, lack knowledge, troll, or just simply look for an excuse to win an argument are that MJ lost in 93-94 because he simply quit. That is completely untrue. There are always people believing in conspiracy theories like David Stern banning MJ from the league for gambling issues or other stories. MJ simply said that first, he had no desire to play any longer because he felt like he accomplished everything and there was no one that could present a challenge to him anymore. The main reason was, in my view, the death of his father, which he took very hard, and his promise to him to play professional baseball, which he got into very quickly after leaving the NBA. MJ and his father were super close, and MJ, because of that death, was emotional and emotionally drained and wanted to keep a promise to his dad. Number 2 argument made is that MJ lost against the Orlando Magic in 1995 playoffs. By making such a dumb statement, anyone who actually says this has completely no clue what they're talking about and completely forfeit the right to be treated as a knowledgeable NBA fan. While considering yourself a true NBA fan, but basically saying that 17 NBA games in the end of the season, which MJ came back for, before the playoffs are enough to get into peak game shape after training to be a baseball player, and saying that also those 17 season games are enough to create great team chemistry, you're making complete fools of yourselves. This is no joke, friends. LeBron needed more than a full season to gel with 2 superstars in Wade and Bosh to win his first title. After just 82 games of playing together, he got his ass whipped by one superstar team in Dallas Mavericks and Dirk Nowitzki. He had a role player in Jason Terry average more points in the finals, for God's sake. Number 3 argument some young and inexperienced people make against Chauncey's statement is that MJ quit after 1998. While you watched The Last Dance, you saw that the story was behind the curtains. The Chicago Bulls management didn't even want to keep the MJ Bulls together anymore, and they regretted it after. The Bulls would have most likely had a 4th straight title in '99 against the Spurs, who let a Ewing-less Knicks team steal a game. The 4th argument made is that when MJ was with the Wizards and played full seasons, he didn't even make the playoffs. Please tell me, who played on those Wizard teams that was a great compliment to Michael? Also, MJ was 38 years old by that time, yet played better than anyone on those teams during the 2 seasons he was there. In 2001-02, he averaged 22.9 points, 5.2 assists, and 5.7 rebounds. In points and assists, he was first on that team. In rebounds, he was 3rd and played 60 games that year. In 2002-2003, MJ averaged 20 points per game, 6.1 rebounds, 3.8 assists while playing all 82 games and averaging 37 minutes per game at 39 years old. As you see those foolish arguments made by people who are just that, foolish and childish. The statement made by Chauncey Billups is 100% true because Michael Jordan, once he got to the top and won a title, after that when he played a full season, being in his prime, he never allowed anyone else to win. Comparing LeBron after he won his first title with the Heat, he allowed many others to win on his watch. Some of that was due to his decisions to keep changing teams, starting in Cleveland, going to Miami, then back to Cleveland, and then Los Angeles. There were growing pains everywhere, but even with such great players as Wade and Bosh, he was not able to win a 3rd straight title and get a three-peat. While beating the Spurs in 2013, James averaged 25 points and 7 assists, and his teammates averaged way more than in the 2014 finals, where James took a much more selfish approach while averaging 28 points and 4 assists per game. You could argue he actually destroyed the chemistry on that team with all the drama and information swirling that he was already thinking of leaving the Heat even during the 2014 playoffs. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and share to help the channel grow. Also, let me know in the comments what kind of video ideas you would like to see me work on. Any specific player, career histories you're interested in? I will definitely read the comments and pick the best suggestions. I will see you in the next one.